hike a 14er, and the only thing you might expect to sign is the cardboard that says what mountain you're on and the elevation. In Park County, you'll now have to sign a legal document accepting the risk to hike a popular trail. The guy who owns much of the trail told our Steve Steger it's a compromise to keep it open to everyone.
It's an easy way to bag 4 14ers at once, mounts Democrat, Cameron, Lincoln, and Bros. Known up here as the DeCaLiBron Loop, a trail that's been closed for much of the year.
If anything that we have in our small mountain town for being a tourist attraction are those trails right up there.
Sam Galgoon is the mayor of nearby Alma, Colorado, the highest town in Colorado. He says the trail's closure has been devastating for tourism in town, like the town's hostel and Alma's aptly named town store.
Walmarts, they've definitely seen an impact as well.
What a great name for a store. My goodness.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have a Walmart, but we have an Allmart. Yeah.
I just said it's not worth the challenge any longer to leave myself exposed to that type of liability.
John Reiber owns much of the land under the trail here and made the decision last year to close it after the results of a court case.
It's a decision I don't make lightly.
The 10th Circuit Court of Appeals gave $7.3 million to a cyclist who was injured after hitting a pothole on the Air Force Academy trails. Colorado state law doesn't necessarily protect private property owners from liability for the people who hike through their land. That ruling scared Reiber enough to buy liability insurance.
And the insurance more than doubled this year.
So he closed the trail until he could come to a compromise with a coalition of groups supporting 14ers. There's a new sign with a QR code asking anyone hiking to sign a waiver of liability if they get injured.
It helps me if someone were to fall. We've done everything that we can to warn them, and then we've given them a method to be able to climb on the mountain.
A temporary fix, while Reiber and others lobby the state legislature again to change the law to better protect landowners. The trail reopens on Friday.
It would be just as easy, maybe easier, to just leave it no trespassing. But I've had the opportunity most of my life to be up there. I always appreciated being up there, and I think other folks do as well. So therefore, I work to try and figure out a way to make that happen.
So maybe you're asking, what happens if someone doesn't sign that waiver? Reiber believes that the signage actually protects him from liability because people know what they're getting into, and he thinks a judge or jury would agree that someone knew what they were getting into if they sue. He also says that he tested that QR code today, Marshall, and it worked because cell signals are spotty up there, but it worked.
Oh, so I can't use the excuse that either, one, there's no Wi-Fi up here, so I couldn't get through, or I don't take my cell phone with me hiking.
Here's the thing I keep thinking about with this. Like, I've done this before, right? Like, you take that risk. You know it's a risk to you. I don't know that I would look up, hey, who owns this trail? Like, how dare they put a rock there that I tripped over? That just...
Earth put the rock there is what most people probably think.
Yeah, we're such a litigious society.
It's amazing that I still second guess that it's not just public, that it is privately owned by somebody.
Yeah, and I asked him about that. Why hold on to this if there's such a liability there? He said, obviously he loves the land. It's been part of his family forever, but there's also mining there, which may become more valuable as years go by, and there's a new need for precious metals. So
all right,
he's keeping it for that.
Don't skip out on the QR code.
Yes.
Take your phone.
Scan it.
Thanks, Steve.